This is Tea and Toast. That's Greg.
What are we doing today then?
Well, today we're talking about movie props that became more famous than the movie themselves. So the props are more famous.
Who the...
So, today, Greg, we are talking about props.
This was the Vickers. By the way, this top.
Why?
Because it's holy.
Right, you're not having two jokes in one episode, so that's the joke done.
No, it isn't.
Yeah, it is. Today, we're talking about movie props that almost became more famous than the film movie that they were from.
Funny, your intro was so much better than that.
Wilson, the volleyball, Greg. What film?
Forrest. Castaway.
Castaway with Tom Hanks.
By the way, you know I said I wouldn't get the iPhone 11?
Yeah, you have. And you've scratched it already.
Yeah, I have, yeah.
So, yeah, Wilson, the volleyball.
So,
if you don't know Castaway, no spoilers, but Tom Hanks gets stranded on a desert island.
I was going to watch that tonight.
With no one for company, and eventually he cuts his hand open, it's blood, he puts it on the front of the volleyball, paints a face on it, and he calls it Wilson, because it's made by the Wilson Sporting Goods.
And he talks
company.
to it, doesn't he?
He does talk to it. It's kind of a plot device, because if Tom Hanks was on an island on his own, why would he be talking all the time? So he has the volleyball to talk to. But Wilson the volleyball subsequently became almost more famous than the film.
Why?
Because it just did, because it's an iconic image, Greg.
I don't believe you.
Oh. In the film, Wilson the volleyball serves as a personalised friend to Tom Hanks' character, Chuck Noland, his only companion during his stay on the desert island.
You went, Chuck Noland.
That's because we're from the Midlands, Greg.
Yes.
Never forget your roots.
Roots.
One of the original volleyball props, Greg, volleyballs, yes it is a volleyball, was sold at auction for $18,500 to the ex-CEO of FedEx.
Why?
Because FedEx were the company that were featured
No, I
in the
know,
film,
but why bother spending that sort of money?
That's what people spend on props from movies, Greg. Actual screen-used props.
Jason's moody today.
You could actually just go and buy a Wilson volleyball,
And cut your
own hand open,
smudge all blood
do
on
it yourself, and it costs you about £6.50.
£6.50.
So there you go. That's Wilson, the volleyball.
Let's show a picture, Jason.
Okay.
What now?
Yeah. Zoltar, Greg. Zoltar speaks. You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
Big?
Yes.
That's why I've gone small. That wasn't a joke, I was just get on with it.
The Zoltar machine in Big, Greg, is the whole reason that Josh Baskin is able to grow up and become big, because he makes a wish to the Zoltar machine, which is unplugged from the wall. So there's no power going to it, it still works, it's all very mysterious. Because he's at the fairground with his family and he tries to get on a ride and he's too small.
How does it work then?
I don't know, Greg, it's magic.
Amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, so he goes up to it and he wishes he was big, and the little card pops out. I can't remember what it says on it. Should have done the research.
Oh yeah, because you've done haven't you?
What?
There's a mysterious ending to this, isn't there?
Oh, this is the ending to Big that everybody thinks they've seen, but it's not really the ending to Big.
We've done an episode of that, haven't
Yeah,
we?
there's things on the internet they've been going around for years that there's an alternative ending to Big, where at the end of the film he goes back to being Josh Baskin again, and the woman that he's been working with at the toy company when he was big has found the Zoltar machine and wished that she was small as well, and she walks into his classroom at the end and they hold hands. However, we have revealed that ending of that film is from a film called 14 Going on 30, which was out around about the same time, and people have somehow amalgamated it in their minds
Amalgamated.
as the ending to Big, which it isn't.
Amazing, isn't it?
Anyway,
Don't you learn a lot watching this, don't you?
who are you talking to?
That person just sat there.
The Zoltar machine, Greg.
What is it?
It's a fairground machine, basically fortune telling machine that you put your money in.
That's what it's called, the Zoltar machine.
Yeah, you know, like they have in this country, we have things like the love detector machine, where you put 50p in, you put your finger in it, it tells you whether you're a Latin lover or a...
You spend 50p and put your finger in a machine?
No.
And you get told you're a Latin lover?
No.
What is wrong with you?
Anyway, the Zoltar machine became very famous in Big, but there's one other famous prop in Big, Greg, which may be more famous, and we probably should have featured that one instead of the Zoltar machine. What am I talking about?
I don't know.
The piano! The huge piano.
Well, that's not famous, is it?
Oh my God, Greg, there's going to be a million comments now. They started.
No, no one's wrong. Is it?
Yeah, two famous props from Big, the piano and the Zoltar machine. Incidentally, the location where they filmed that Zoltar machine at the end of the movie, where he goes back to it to wish himself small again, they've now placed a Pepsi machine where the Zoltar machine stood.
Shall we write in?
Yeah. Why don't you just get a Zoltar machine?
That gives out Pepsi. That way everyone's a winner, aren't they?
That should be Pepsi's new slogan. Everyone's a winner. Finally, Greg, we're talking about the Proton Pack. Now, you know what movie that's from, don't you?
Ghostbusters!
Exactly. Obviously became famous because that's what they wore. You're right, mate.
Yeah.
That's what they wore on their backs. They were supposedly nuclear powered, were they? Or was that the containment unit?
Why'd you look at him then?
I was just looking in the corner.
Oh, right. Okay.
You've been, haven't you, Greg?
Yes. Oh, with my friends. Truly, truly amazing. You know, did you? You didn't? No, you didn't go, did you? Yeah, amazing. Sorry, I was just thinking about the great time I had there.
So the Proton Pack was a portable particle accelerator.
It's easy for you to say, Bloomfield.
And they had particle beams that shot out at the end of them. What must you never do?
Cross the streams.
Don't cross the streams. Although they do at the end.
All the time.
Spoiler.
I haven't got that far yet.
Yeah, and they caught the ghosts with the particle beams in the Proton Pack, dragged them into the trap, put the trap in the containment unit, and then Walter Peck comes along and decides he wants to shut the whole thing down.
Do you ever think that you're like a middle-aged man? And have you heard what you're talking about? Have you heard it?
Yeah, I've heard, yeah.
No, I'm just wondering. I was watching it then, getting all excited about the Proton Pack.
There are hundreds and hundreds of people who cosplay as Ghostbusters. We've seen them, haven't we, Greg?
Yes, we have, yeah.
At Comic-Cons.
Comic-Con.
And they make their own Proton Packs. And some of them are phenomenal. Some of them are for sale on eBay.
How
They
much?
range in price from about £500 to a couple of thousand for a replica.
You could make one of them.
How?
I mean, I don't know how. I'm just saying
right.
you could make one and sell it.
I could have a go.
Why don't you do it?
I will. I'll
Actually,
make one.
no, you've got some things to do. I'm going to put my lights up first.
Greg's DIY house. So that was the Proton Pack, Greg. Became more famous than Ghostbusters. Did it though?
Then what? Ghostbusters! Became more famous than Ghostbusters. I think you messed up a bit there, Jason.
Some other honourable mentions we should do before we leave this
Honourable.
section, Greg. The hoverboard from Back to the Future 2.
You can buy them quite freely now, can't you?
You can, yeah. And I remember when I was a kid that Robert Zemeckis, he fueled a rumour that hoverboard technology was only months away. Do you remember?
Ridiculous.
And he told everybody that they were going to be in the shops really soon, and all the kids thought we were going to get one.
And
Still
yet,
haven't.
the only hoverboard they've got out is on wheels.
Yeah, I know. It doesn't hover. The box of chocolates from Forrest Gump.
Ooh.
Life is like a box of chocolates.
We're Tom Hanks heavy today, aren't we?
Oh yeah, we are. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Speak and Spell from E.T.
Is that what Matt... Really?
Yeah.
Oh, God, yeah, I never thought of that. So
Well,
that was
Speak
out
and Spell
first.
was around
I was
at
gonna
the
say.
time, but
What was you
obviously featured in the film, it became far more famous and sold lots of units. Incidentally, Reese's Pieces became really famous because of E.T.
Yes.
And the only reason they used Reese's Pieces was, Greg?
Because of the reason that you're going to tell me now.
Smarties didn't want to be featured in the film.
Oh, we've done that before as well, haven't
Yeah. Silly Smarties.
we? Silly Smarties.
Not very smart Smarties.
Not very smart.
Actually, I think it was M&M's.
It was M&M's.
Yeah.
You're not very smart.
I'm not now.
M&M.
Finally, Greg, the Talk Boy from Home Alone 2.
We've got one.
Well, I've got two.
We have, haven't we?
The first one that came out didn't have the slow down function on it. You know when he goes, "This is Kevin McAllister, the father."
Haven't we featured that on Retro Collectors?
Probably.
That's where we bought it.
Yeah. Then I bought the deluxe model, which had the slow down thing.
We did buy the
Credit
one.
card? No problem. And then he runs into Donald Trump in the foyer, doesn't he?
He does, yeah.
'Cause Donald Trump owned the hotel where they were filming.
Own the hotel.
And now he's the president of the United States.
We don't do politics.
We don't, no. Anyway, that was movie props that almost became more famous than the movies that they were in. I flinched then because I thought you were going to hit me with it because that's what you normally do.
Jason, I'm looking to sell my DeLorean.
Really?
Good shape, low mileage, only driven from time to time. You see,
There was a time when the flagman's job was the plum job on the U.S. highway. But as cars got faster, the job got trickier. However, there was an answer.
Shredded wheat, a cereal with all the bran fiber of 100% whole wheat.
With no added salt nor sugar, neither.
Helps you stay one step ahead of your job. Ready when you are, Buster.
Shredded wheat, the original bran fiber cereal.
That really is it for Tea and Toast this week. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe and share. We'll be back next week with Tea and Toast and we hope we'll see you then.